The first thing is not getting enough calories. The recommended amount of calories that you should get each day is 2,500. Now this depends on if you are cutting, you need to decrease your calories. If you're bulking, you need to increase your calories. Or if you're just trying to maintain your muscle, you want to keep the same amount of calories that you're eating so you can maintain the amount of muscle you have. Now, for example, if someone is eating 3,000 calories and they're not building muscle, then that means you need to up your calorie intake. Even though 3,000 calories is a lot, this may vary from person to person, because if you've been sticking to the 3,000 calories, you might have been maintaining the entire time, so you need to increase your calorie intake so you can see visible change in your muscle mass. As a beginner and teenager, you'll see a lot of changes in your muscle mass. As a beginner, something called newbie gains, and then as a teenager, you're likely going through puberty and you have a lot of growth hormones helping your muscles grow. The second thing is you're not getting enough protein. Protein, also known as amino acids, are the building blocks of muscle. Your muscles need protein in order to grow and repair, because when you're working out and growing, for example, your muscles will have something called micro tears. In order to repair them, muscles need protein, because after your workouts, you usually experience something called protein synthesis. That's why people take protein supplements or have high protein meals right after their workouts. The recommended amount of protein is 1 pound per body weight. And if you measure in kilograms, you want to multiply your body weight by 2.2. And this is because 1 kilogram is equivalent to 2.2 pounds. First thing you may be doing in your training is having improper form. Especially with teenagers, they try to impress their friends by ego lifting. And this is where most injuries from the gym comes from. An improper technique won't build as much muscle as if you were doing proper technique, because if you're improperly doing the exercise, you'll be working out a different muscle than the muscle you are supposed to be targeting. Next is training intensity. You want to train intensely to build muscle. You want to train close to 3 reps in reserves instead of having to set an amount of reps like 15. The next thing is not having variation in your training. You want to have different exercises in your training. You want to have exercises that contract the muscle and stretch the muscle. And you don't want to exaggerate this by changing your workouts every week. You want to stick to the program to see if it's actually working for you. I recommend you change your workout programs every 8 months. As you lift, your body will adapt to that exercise and you'll become stronger. So you need to do different exercises to build more muscle, therefore having more variation. The next thing is not training frequently. As a beginner, you really don't need to train frequently, because you can experience the same amount of muscle growth as training 2 times a week with a full body workout and training 1 day on and then 1 day off and doing that 2 more times. But as you get more advanced, you want to train at least twice a week so you can still experience some muscle growth. But I guarantee most of you guys that are watching are beginners. Before I continue, tell me down in the comments below, what's your fitness level? The next thing is not using progressive overload. And progressive overload is basically gradually increasing the amount of weight, sets, or reps that you do in a given workout session. So in order to get stronger, you need to progressively overload. If you can improve at least in one of these, you are getting stronger.